Good morning, kids. It's Nahanni from the Aboriginal Ontario Early On Center. Today is September the 12th. The month is Corn Moon Month. I'd like to talk about the ninth creation, which is the corn moon, during which time we learn about the cycle of life. Each cob of corn has 13 rows. These 13 rows represent all the spirits waiting to begin their earth walk. So we must prepare for the future generations. What you could do is take a pen, mark the bottom like that, and you could just count. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So there are 13 rows. And these are all the little seeds, all the people that are waiting to begin their earth walk. So that's corn moon. And what we do with the husks from the corn is we make corn husk dolls. Nothing gets wasted. From the cob, you can give it to the animals once you're done eating. So I just wanted to share that with you. And I also want to let you know that we will be doing a craft corn activity this morning. So let's get started. In the morning, what I like to do is take out my eagle feather and get my smudge bowl right here, and get some sage. And what I'll do is I'll just roll it and put it in my smudge bowl like that. What I'll do is I'll get a match and we can get started. Please get an adult to light your smudge if you're going to smudge with me this morning. If not, I will smudge for you. So I'm just going to clean my eagle feather. And I'm just going to clean my hair. I'm going to clean my eyes so that I see good things. My nose so that I smell good things. My mouth so that I say and eat good things. And I smudge my heart and I say, Miigwetch. Miigwetch Creator, I thank you for giving me the earth, the grandfather fire, that keeps me warm. Thank you for the birds, the crawlers, the swimmers, the trees. Thank you for the cycle of time, the fall, the winter, the spring, the summer. All these things affect my being with their gift of creation. So I say, Miigwetch. What I'd like to do this morning is I'd like to read a little book before we get started. And this book is called Looking Outside the Window. Looking out the window. I like to look out the window. I can see lots of birds. I see geese. I see eagles. I see ducks and I see partridge. I see seagulls, I see loons. I see robins. I see herons. I see a woody pecker. I see sandpipers. I see a snowbird. And I see you looking at me. Before we get started, did you know that trees have feelings? I do. I have about 8 trees in front of the building. And sometimes I stare and look at them and I wonder if they have small muscles, how they move, they're swaying. Sometimes the leaves are open, sometimes they're closed. So, with a gentle breeze, what would a tree be? A gentle breeze. What about a squirrel climbing up my trunk? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Squirrel kind of tickles my trunk. What about a person climbing the trunk? Ooh, 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 ooh. What about a bird nesting on a branch? Ooh, 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 ooh. What about petals on your leaves? Every time a rain drops on the petal, my leaves ruffle. What about somebody cutting down the tree? Oh, 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 that hurts. Oh, oh, oh. What about a summer breeze? What about a windstorm? What about having bare limbs in the winter with no leaves? Wow. Isn't that amazing what a tree feels? I'd like to read another book with you this morning. It's called The Park. I like going to the park, especially with my grandbabies. Look at the path. Look at the flowers. Look at the tree. Look at the bench where you could sit with your friends and me. Look at the bridge. Look at the lake. Look at the ducks. And look at the ducklings. The end. I'm sure, kids, you've all been to the window or been to the park in this summer, I hope. So in November, we talk about the corn moon. We talk about harvesting. We talk about fall colors, and we'll talk about your name. So let's get started. Let's get started with a song. I don't know if you could see. It's called Help Our Earth. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Take care of the earth, take care of the earth. Turn off the lights, throw away the trash. Recycle and reuse. Recycle and reuse. Let's do it again. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Take care of the earth, take care of the earth. Turn off the lights, throw away the trash. Reduce and reuse. Recycle and reuse. Don't forget, kids, it's very important to reduce, reuse, and recycle. We do it for our mother, the earth. So I say, thank you for doing your little part. So we could get started with the craft. I know you'll probably be all excited. So let's move over to the craft. So what you'll need for the craft this morning is you'll need a green piece of paper, which I have here. You'll need a yellow piece of paper. You'll need a red piece of paper, construction. You'll need some eyes, some glue, and that's it. So let's get started. Hi kids, I'm back. So let's get started with our corn activity. What we'll need is the yellow piece of paper, and what we're going to do with that is we're going to make the cobs. So you get a black pen, you have your paper, and you're just going to make corn cobs on your paper. So I'll show you. Basically like that, corn cobs. Once you complete your cobs, you're going to fold your yellow piece of paper. The yellow piece of paper, you're gonna fold it. So what I did was I put a whole bunch of cobs with my pencil. I just put it on my paper like that. I'm gonna fold it like a corn. Like that. And I take my glue. And going to put it on my construction paper. Just gonna fold it like a tube, like a tube for toilet paper, just like that. Once you got it glued, it'll stay in place like that. What you're gonna do is take a red piece of paper and you're gonna make a mouth. You have your scissors. Make a fancy mouth. I have fancy scissors. If I'm gonna make a fancy mouth. Or you could just do a straight mouth. Whatever you want to do for your corn. I got this cool mouth And what I'm going to do is get some eyes. I'm going to stick it on my corn. Right here. One, two. However many eyes you want. If you want 2 eyes, do 2. If you want 3 eyes, do 3. This is all about you and your creation. So I got a really fancy mouth. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paste it right there. So far there's my corn. It's got 2 eyes and a mouth. Now we're going to do the husks. So I have a piece of green paper. I'm going to cut it in half. Like that. Let me get the green paper. So what I'm going to do with the green paper is I'm going to wrap it. First I'm going to cut it like this. Because this will be the husks from the corn. I'm going to cut out the middle so that you can see the mouth. Then you're going to glue it all around. And you'll have your corn husks on the sides. What you could do with them to get them maybe curly, you can get an adult to help. Just you're going to glue the bottom, and there you have it, your corn activity for this morning. So you got your mouth, your eyes, your little husks, and you just glue the bottom. And please wait for it to dry completely before you handle. So there you have it, your corn activity. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Maybe with the husks, another time we could dry them and maybe make corn husk dolls. So I hope you enjoyed that, and have a great day, and I'll be back soon. Hi boys and girls. Today the story that I'm going to be reading to you is called The 3 Sisters. A long time ago, there were 3 sisters who lived together in a field. These sisters were quite different from one another in their size and way of dressing. The little sister was so young that she could only crawl at first, and she was dressed in green. The second sister wore a bright yellow dress, and she had a way of running off by herself when the sun shone and the soft wind blew in her face. The third was the eldest sister, standing always very straight and tall above the other sisters and trying to protect them. She wore a pale green shawl and she had long yellow hair that tossed about her head in the breeze. There was one way the sisters were all alike, though. They loved each other dearly, and they always stayed together. This made them very strong. Late that summer, the youngest and the smallest sister disappeared. Her sisters were sad. Again, the Mohawk boy came to the field to gather seeds at the water edge. The two sisters who were left watching, Hi kids, it's Nahanni. I'm back with another activity for you this morning. So what you'll need is paper, any kind of paper, and pencil, crayon, marker, crayon, whatever you like, and that's available in your house. That's great. And you'll need some scissors as well. So today is lending a helping hand whenever you can. So I'm going to trace my hand on a piece of paper, and I'm going to write I can, and I'm going to do it 5 times, 5 fingers. And then on the bottom I'm going to write my name, and I'm going to date it for September 12th, 2020. So let's get started. And the reason why we're doing this activity is to help others. So when you help others, you show love, kindness, you're giving kindness, you're showing love towards somebody, and it feels good, and it's rewarding, and you're not looking for any praise. So here we go. Got my hand, got my paper. I'm just going to put my hand on my paper and trace. So let's do it together. So there's my hand. Now I'm going to write on one of my fingers, the pinky one, I'm going to write I can make my bed. Okay? So I put it in there. I can make my bed. By making my bed, my mother, grandmother, auntie don't have to make the bed because I already did. So I can put I can recycle. So I put I can recycle. So this morning I had cereal and cornflakes with my milk, and the cereal box was empty, so I recycled it. And it's good for the environment when I recycle because I reduce waste. The third one, I can smudge. When I wake up in the morning, I like to smudge. I like to start the day fresh, like wiping my face. I like to smudge and clean my face, my eyes, my mouth, my nose, my hair, and my heart. So I can smudge is the third thing I wrote. I can say I love you to my dad. So I wrote, I could say I love you to my dad. I do say I love you to my mother, who is with Creator and my ancestors. So she does get I love you in the morning as well. So I'm on the fifth one. And what can I do? What can I do? I can help with dishes. And I'm going to put my name on the bottom, and I'm going to date it. September the 12th. There you go. So I can make my bed. I can recycle my cereal box. I can smudge when I get up in the morning. And I could say I love you to my parent. And I can help with the dishes. After you do that, what I'm asking you to do is cut it out. I'm gonna cut out my nice hand. And what I think I'm gonna do with my hand is I'm going to get a magnet and put it on the fridge. So when I come in for my walk this afternoon, I'm gonna look on my fridge and I'm going to see all the things that I can do today. There's my hand, and it's going up on the fridge, and it says, I can make my bed, I can recycle, I can smudge, I can say I love you, and I can help with the dishes. And what I did was I put my name on the bottom and I dated it, and I'm sticking it up on my fridge. Very easy helping hand activity. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe you could ask yourself a quick question. When shouldn't you help someone? So instead of saying I can, why don't we just flip it around and say when you shouldn't help someone? So maybe right here I would write I can't help drive the car because it's only one person. I can't lift the heavy fridge. So those are two things I can't do. The third one is I can't help with directions because I don't know where that is. Let's think of another. I can't help change the diaper because I'm too small and my mom and dad or the caregiver is going to do that. One more. I can't light the fire or the match without an adult. So you can do I can, and you can do on the back I can't. I hope you enjoyed that activity and have a wonderful day. See you soon. Morning kids, it's Nahanni from the Aboriginal Early On Center. Recently, I was gifted a medicine pouch. Medicine pouch looks like this. So, a friend of mine gifted me this, and I gladly accepted, and I said, Miigwetch, thank you. So, when I got home, I looked at it, and I seen that there wasn't anything in it. So, she gave it to me empty. So, I was thinking, what could I put in my medicine pouch? And I have this really, really, really special rock that was gifted to me. It's shiny. It almost kind of looks like an owl. I don't know if you could see it. The two eyes and the nose. And it's really soft and smooth and shiny. So I thought, I'm going to put this rock in my medicine pouch. This is a really cool rock and a gift. So I'm going to put it in my medicine pouch. I also have here some tobacco. If you don't have tobacco, you can also use tobacco cigarette. So I'm going to put that in my medicine pouch. Just like that. See? So I got my tobacco and I got my special rock. Now I'm thinking, what else can I put in there? It seems like there's still a little bit of room. I think what I'm going to put in here is my sage. Sorry. And I'm just gonna get my sage. This is prairie sage. And this is buffalo sage. So I prefer the buffalo sage, but for my pouch, I'm going to use the prairie sage. It's a female medicine. Just gonna roll it like that. I'm gonna put some in my pouch like that. So I got my tobacco, I got my my sage, and I got my special rock. I have some cedar that was again gifted to me from BC. So I'm going to take a little piece. I'm also going to put it in my medicine pouch. So I got my tobacco, sage, cedar. The one thing in my rock. The one thing that I would like to add is my sweetgrass. So I have some sweetgrass right here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a piece like that. See? And I'm also going to put it in my pouch like that. So I have my 4 medicines: tobacco, cedar, sage, and sweetgrass, all in here. I also have a special rock that was gifted to me in this pouch that I would like to carry with me. So I'm just going to pull on it so that it's tight. And there you have it. My medicine pouch. Medicine pouch can be worn every day, all day. If you're going swimming or a sauna, please take it off and put it in a safe spot. So those are, that's how I wear my medicine pouch. And if you don't have any leather and you're unable to make one of these, please do so with a paper. It's very simple. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a circle. You're gonna put holes all around the circle. You're gonna string it and pull it and that will create a pouch for you out of paper if you're unable to get hide or unable to get out and shop for your leather. You can always use paper. So I say Miigwetch to the creator. Thank you for gifting me this beautiful pouch, the rock and the medicines. And I say Miigwetch. Have a great day, kids. Hi kids, it's Nahanni. So what I'm going to do is talk a little bit about this. This is our medicine wheel. We use this wheel to represent a few things that I would like to discuss with you today. So I have a dream catcher, and it almost looks like the medicine wheel. This dream catcher has the four colors. The four colors represent the people. So we have the white, the black, the yellow, and the red. And all four colors represent the people that walk on Mother Earth. I'm also going to ask you if you can think of anything else. What you might know is the north, the south, the east, and the west. You may know about the air, the water, the fire, and the rock. You may also know the four sacred medicines. So we got tobacco, cedar, sweetgrass, and sage. This can be used for the life cycle. So we got the infant, the child, the adult, and the elder. We can also use it for the seasons. So we got summer, spring, winter, and fall. So the medicine wheel is used a lot. It gives us a screenshot of what things represent in the medicine wheel. So I just wanted to share that. And also you can add anything you like to the medicine wheel. So it could be like spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. You can go into dawn, day, twilight, and night. So 4 is a really powerful and sacred number used by our people to remember that this is all a balance of life and gifts that were given to us by Creator. So I just wanted to share that with you. And that's it for today. I hope you come back real soon. Please leave any messages or songs that you would like for me to sing, that we can sing together, and I'll look into it and get it for you the next time we get together. So I'd like to say Bamapi to my friends and family for joining me today in our circle, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and I hope the next time you're outside just to take a look at that tree and realize that that tree is alive. So if you see somebody grabbing or tugging or breaking or hurting a tree, just remind them that that hurts and that's not okay. We need those trees. They give us oxygen to breathe, and they give us shade. They give us so many gifts. I can't tell you enough how important these trees are to the people and to the earth. So I say Miigwetch and have a great day, and I'll see you real soon. Bamapi. Good morning, kids. It's Nahanni from the Aboriginal Ontario Early On Center. Uh, this book will be read to you each week, each chapter. It's a really good book. I think the kids will enjoy it as much as I do. I'm going, so it's called There's a Little Bit of Magic in All of Us, and it's written by a medicine man by the name of Errol Lawrence. You can also purchase these books. If you'd like more information on purchasing them, please let me know, and I will contact the medicine man. So let's get started. It's going to be one chapter. It's so I hope you bear with me. The teaching is amazing. I wouldn't be reading it if it wasn't. Please keep your listening ears open, and let's get started. And it goes like this. Hi, my name is Sam. I am 15 years old. I live with my mom and my brother Tony. I'm a teenager, living a pretty typical life. So what an average day for me consists of going to school, hanging out with my buddy Nick, eating dinner, playing on my computer, watching TV, and going to bed. Then I wake up and do the same thing all over again. The weeks are a little better. I can sleep in on the weekend, and I can eat whatever I want. My mom isn't really strict on the weekends, but I do have to do chores and stuff to avoid being grounded. My grades are okay, I guess. I kind of suck at math, but I get English. My teacher says I'm good at writing stories. The best part of my day is playing around at the skateboard park with my buddies. So this was my life, day in and day out, until something happened at school that changed everything. And it all started in world religious class, when this one kid said he didn't believe in anything, that he had no religious doctrine. As my teacher calls it, he said he only believed in what science can prove. So that got me thinking. Yeah, I believe in science like gravity and medicine, but I also believe in other stuff too. There are all kinds of things that science can't explain, like a UFO or the pyramids. And while I don't really think of myself as religious, I would say that I'm a spiritual person. So I started wondering, why are science and spirituality so far apart? Science knowledge is based upon research with the use of strict scientific methods and never considered to be truth until proven beyond a doubt. That's science. My older brother, Tony, now in his fourth year of university, tells me that scientific knowledge is only accurate until some other scientists discover more about something than was originally known. So, what about all these kids that grow up being exposed to scientific knowledge in school and religious or spiritual teachings outside of school? I wonder if any of these kids are just as confused as I am. Did God create the world, or did the world evolve from an explosion in the universe? Did God create us, or did we evolve out of some kind of bacteria? See what I mean? When this class discussion ended, my curiosity needed to know. I couldn't get that discussion out of my mind for days because it was spinning in my head. So I decided to breeze through the library to see if I could find a book that could help me figure this all out. I started my search in religion, then spirituality, and I couldn't believe how many books there were on the subject. Who knew there were hundreds of different religions and spiritual belief systems on the planet. I didn't, that's for sure. The librarian helped me out by explaining that the religious books were mostly about different organized religions. By organized, she meant the ones that have churches, temples, uh, lots of followers, and lots of rules to live by. She said these are the most common religions around the world because they are so organized, they operate more like institutions. She said most of them are pretty young or modern in historical terms compared to the ancient belief systems that were around for thousands of years ago. That's when she pointed out the spiritual book session. These books were completely different. She said that a lot of spirit books have been written to reintroduce people to the more ancient belief systems. She went on to explain that some of the books combine bits and pieces of wisdom from all over the planet, borrowed from indigenous people. Others contained information based on specific beliefs taken from a particular tribe or cultural group of people. Turns out there are many indigenous belief systems worldwide, as there are indigenous people. While the teachings are different depending on the culture, there are some common themes among them. First of all, they're all ancient, far older than the common religions. They're not a big organization, and many believe there are more than one god. For example, sky god, an earth god, a god of nature, and so forth. And there is also belief in creator of one form or another, and that we are all children of the creator. There's not just one child of God that resides supreme over all of us. In other words, we are all divine beings. Another common belief known as reincarnation is that we all live more than one life on earth and that we maintain a connection to our higher self through our mind. Almost all of these ancient cultures also believe that we all come from the stars. I wonder, does that make us all aliens? What I found most interesting about the beliefs of indigenous people is that they seem to have had a lot of knowledge about mysterious things that science can't explain. They also seem to possess unexplained abilities that many people don't seem to want to accept or even talk about. As for me, Sam, he's curious, and he wanted to gravitate towards the spiritual books. So he spent a lot of time at the library reading more about indigenous beliefs, systems, and the special abilities that some people refer to as supernatural. One afternoon, I flopped into one of those big, comfy library chairs and began reading a book about an indigenous American medicine man named Frank Fools Crow. At one point, I placed the open book upside down on my chair and headed to the water fountain for a drink. Several minutes passed before I got back into my comfy chair to continue reading. When I arrived back, I noticed a man sitting in the seat beside me. When I sat down, he looked over at me and said he had read the same books that I was reading. He asked if I was enjoying it as much as he had. This prompted a random 3-hour conversation with a person that I will never forget as long as I live. When I asked about his culture, he said he was a Canadian Aboriginal. A few weeks later, during one of our fascinating talks, he told me that he works as a medicine man for his people. So from that day on, that's what I called him, Medicine Man. And the time I thought how weird it was that I had just finished reading a fascinating book about an American medicine man named Frank Fools Crow. And now I'm hanging out with a Canadian medicine man at the library every week. Talk about coincidental, or so I thought at the time. Over the course of the summer, our conversations just got better and better. Now I have a whole new level of understanding about who we really are and all of the incredible things we humans are capable of achieving. During one of our visits, I told Medicine Man about an experience I had earlier in the week. This is what happened. I woke up out of a dead sleep and saw a real, live, or should I say dead ghost in my bedroom. It was a little boy about 10 years old. He just walked across my room and then disappeared in the wall. This wasn't the first time I had seen ghostly presences around me, but it was the first time I confided in a stranger about it. My mom thinks I was just dreaming, but I know I was fully awake when I saw him. The medicine man response when I told him about this was kind of surprising. First, he told me that spirit people do exist. And then he said I was really lucky to have the ability to see them. I don't feel lucky at all. It usually scares me when I see them. So I asked him why he said I was so lucky. He said that when people see mysterious things, such as a spirit person, it leads them to ask questions that can stimulate conversations about all kinds of unexplained events. The more we find out about these mysterious things, the more we want to know. Medicine Man says that's a good thing. He said that if we can open our minds to see a different perspective on life, we open ourselves up to a whole new world of knowledge. Things that we don't learn about in school. Medicine Man gave me a real cool explanation about spirit people and why some of us so-called lucky people can see them. He gave me so much information about this subject that I decided to save the details for a whole other book. What I will tell you now is that there are many types of spirits and just as many explanations as to how they come to be. In the end, I felt a whole lot better about my ghostly encounter. First, I know that I am not crazy, and secondly, I don't feel scared anymore. Medicine Man explained that there have always been people in the world that hold a strong connection to the spirit world. He calls these people the wise ones. They know how to communicate with other worldlings, beings who help them understand mysterious things that most people don't know about, at least not yet anyways. He went on to say that it was one of those wise people that taught him about the mysteriousness of life when he was about my age. I was now beginning to feel pretty lucky to have met some random guy at the library who was willing to share his mysterious wisdoms with me. That's how I ended up writing this book. I don't consider myself a real author by any means. I might have good grades in English, but I struggle when I try to put something down on paper. I hope you'll bear with me because Medicine Man's wisdom was so cool. I just had to share with other people like me. Now, if you come back next week, I will be on the second chapter, and it's called Is Magic Real? I hope you enjoyed that story, and I look forward to seeing you next week. What we could do is we could end our circle with a goodbye song. And so I brought my drum, and we never really say goodbye in our language. We always say see you later. Saying goodbye seems like the end. It's finished. You'll never see them again. So that's why I am going to change these words and say we'll see you soon. Oh, it's time to say we'll see you soon, our friends. Oh, it's time to say we'll see you soon, my friends. Make a smile and a wink. It's time to say we'll see you soon, my friends. We'll see you real soon, my friends. Oh, it's time to see you soon. We'll see you soon. We'll see you soon. We'll see you soon, my friends. So I'd like to end this circle with we'll see you soon. We'll see you real soon, my friends. It's never goodbye. It's always we'll see you soon. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that.